EnglishTim here. Today this is part 2 of my Ultimate Alliance Conquest video. It shows when YouTube fans recognize me and come after me in force. So please check that out now, and there's also going to be a link to episode 1 from this two-part series. And I'm also showing a new event which is featured in War and Order, which is actually very similar, but I believe an improvement on an event in KOA. So if you want to see which event that is, do follow up. That'll be in the later part of this video. Now, if you're enjoying War and Order, I'm also going to put a link in the description for how to download the game. Please do click on that. I might make a commission if you do, but hopefully you're okay with that. And if not, go straight to your app store. But I do have a gift code as well. So that gift code is EnglishTim for players who started on the 29th of November or after until the 29th of December 2021. So make sure you use it quickly to get your free stuff. Otherwise, let's join the action now. So we left off the action when a rally was coming. So during this attack, this is the UAC, and I've been attacked repeatedly by a bunch of other players. Now it turns out that they recognized the name and they were just taking on EnglishTim, not specifically all that excited by me being a 42 when there were bigger players around, but I was their target. Now this attack is coming from an SH39. He's attacked a few times already and the attacks have not gone well. However, this is a rally, there's more troops in this, so perhaps this will be a better result. So let's check it out now. So just hitting that breath of fire just to give me an extra boost, just in case this is a big attack. A few extra troops taken down, that's very helpful with a very large sitting army. It's pretty large at home. And boom, there's the hit. Now you'll see that the rally was very successful. I managed to win it. 1 million troops lost to their side and I lost 150,000. You see that breath of fire killed 92,000, so helpful. So let's have a look at that report in more detail. You can see I had 250,000 troops left afterwards, so 2.5 million, sorry, 2.6 when I started. And Swiss Boys, Samwise, who had attacked me previously, was in there, and Krato as well. So that's them now, down 2 million troops for this UAC. And they're not done yet. So now I'm just checking out the chat, and this is the person Crypto9050 who was in that rally. He's asking, am I the real EnglishTim? Out of interest, you might say it's Tim, not Team, but actually when I do translations on my auto-translate, it often comes up as EnglishTim instead of EnglishTim, so it's quite possible his translation software is coming up with Team instead of Tim. Now, yep, this is him saying that he just saw a me, just sent a bunch of troops. So I've just been confirming that, yeah, I am EnglishTim, the YouTuber. And now he's very kindly asking me to attack him directly. I have to admit, I was saving my troops for the rest of the UAC, so I wasn't going to go around hitting cities unnecessarily, but hey, he's now scouting me to say, hey, this is where I'm at. There he is now. So just showing me where he is. He's asked very, very nicely. So he's an SH35. So yeah, happy to give that a go. So we'll come back to the action there where I take on an SH35 who asked very nicely. He does have a lot of troops actually. So he asked very nicely, but forgot to mention he had a lot of troops inside his city still, which this far through the event is pretty good. Now, this is back to War and Order. I've been showing sort of events that have a similarity with King of Avalon, and this event is actually really similar to the Fallen Knights event. Now, in KOA, the Fall of Knights event, you sit in your castle and the attacks come there. You do have to go to your Alliance Fortress twice during the event, so you have to move. So when you're starting out, this event, I have to admit, in the first few months in King of Avalon it's actually quite good fun. It's too long, I think. That's one thing. I was chatting with some of the guys in my alliance the other day, and they were just saying that they do actually like it. They just don't like the fact it takes such a long time to do. we're actually going out to flags in this version of the game, but they're the same as the Alliance Towers. So you go out to the Alliance Towers to catch a monster who's there and attacking. So they just keep attacking those flags until they destroy any one flag and the event's over. So you've got to protect them all, and you can go in, you can kill a monster, then move to the next one and kill the next. However, it gets to a point where the monsters are coming so thick and fast that at this stage in the game, this is our first time we've done this territory defense game, we get overwhelmed and they're now attacking every flag simultaneously, and we're just sending troops everywhere to try and get on top of it. You saw the little breakdown there. I should probably do a zoom on that. That is showing how, yeah, here it is. So that's showing the power left in each of the towers, how much defense there is. So 6%. You can, it sort of builds a sort of tension that you can see those which are most likely to fall. So you have to send your troops to the ones that are about to fall, kill that monster, and then go and take out another one. So you've got to be online for this event. It's not like Fallen Knights, where actually you can get a pretty good set of points without even literally being awake. I've literally had it activated and finished whilst I've been asleep, and I've still done really well. This version you wouldn't get a single point for doing that, so it's much more engaged. So this is a close-up now showing us battling a dragon and a dragon monster thing, flying monster, and you can see that the graphics for the attacks are quite interesting. The other thing is we're actually all arriving sort of as the battle's progressing, so you can keep going, and you'll notice there the numbers are actually going up in our troops as reinforcements arrive. So yeah, we're just you can join a battle late and still take part. So it's, for me, I think this is the biggest difference in KOA and War and Order, is this ability to join in a battle that's currently going. You see those crossed swords? Those crossed swords mean there's a battle going. If you get there whilst those swords are crossed, you can join the same battle. So yeah, it also means there's no limit on the number of troops. So yeah, I think that's a really interesting version. So I looked at KOA to maybe make some changes to Fallen Knights in future, make it a little bit more interesting for the older kingdoms. So perhaps that kind of approach is something they should consider. So now we're back to the KOA UAC, and I'm just pulling my troops now, as I've had a request to go and take down a player. He asked very nicely whether I'd go and hit him, so that's what I'm going to go and do. I'm just healing up a few troops. I just like to have them on the go so I can quickly spend some gold if I need to, if anything happens and I need to get some extra troops out. Now I've sent troops to replace the ones I've got in an ore tower, and then I'm going to send a march to Crypto. He said that he's only got tier 11 and he doesn't have any backup. That's perfectly true, and everything he said was true, but it doesn't change the fact that his stats, they're better than mine, and he's also got a lot of troops in there, so I'm limited here. Okay, this is me sending my replacement troops. Also note at the top there that I've now hit my top 10, the top 10th level prize, so I've got all the prizes for the event. Now I've been in this tower, so that's awesome. I've maxed that one out. Now I'm going to send this march over to Crypto. See how we do. So I've managed to max it out, use all of my troop maximization tools to my that I have available, changing my heroes and changing the crown of command and switching back, ready for the attack to land. So let's watch now as I come in to take down this 35. Though, whilst I'm doing it, one of his mates, an SH-41 up here, has decided to launch a counter-attack against me. Actually not too big a deal. I've still got a lot of troops in my city, and I've got a dragon idol, so it's actually going to land absolutely fine if it gets there. I'm going to have a quick chat to my friend in the Alliance Crypto and say, wait a minute, your 41's on the go, you invited me, and now you got your mates attacking me. So yeah, he's behind the scenes. He's done a little nudge to say, actually, I've asked him to go and hit me, and that is what I'm doing. So yeah, I didn't need to take a hit from a 41 as well, although could have been more interesting. He's the highest level player who's come up against me so far. Boom, and there it is. You see quite a substantial power loss there. What happened? So he lost 540,000 troops to my 270. Now the reason was, you can see he's got, so he had 2.6 million troops, which compared to my 550 odd thousand that I was sending was definitely more than I could deal with. However, I still say that's a win. I killed a lot more than I lost. However, he's not on fire. He's lived to fight another day, and it shows a really key lesson. A really big army with reasonable quality and reasonable stats is a defense against more powerful players. And overall, we actually won the UAC as an alliance, which is a good effort. It's a tough event. It's a long event. So managing to take home the top rewards, that is awesome. So don't forget to check out part 1 of this video where I show the initial attacks coming in, it's showing in the background now. And if you are enjoying my content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell, and that way you get updates about my future videos. And also I do have a code, so if you're interested in trying out War and Order, then click on the link in my description. In there you'll take a link straight to the game. I might make a commission from that, so you can go straight to your app store if you prefer. However, there is a gift code you can use, and that one is, I don't make anything from that. So please do use the gift code EnglishTim. That is only open to players who started their account after the 29th of November. And currently that will expire on the 29th of December. So please do use that one quickly so you don't miss out. Now, if you do enjoy these videos, do check out my channel for more on the battle action from the UAC, the Kingdom Raid, and more information about the War and Order game as well. Thanks for watching.